Hi, this is Mabel's Tables, and have I got a DIY for you? And it's going to be no charge because you have these in your home already. Do you have any old pillowcases with designs on them or just plain pillowcases? And I'm going to show you today what I did with a pair of pillowcases. So let's get started so you can see how I turned these pillowcases into beautiful tableware. First of all, I'm going to show you the napkin. I made a napkin with my pillowcase, and look at how that napkin looks. Isn't that beautiful? Let me turn this around so you can see the full napkin. Here it is. I made this out of pillowcases. You know, you might have pillowcases, whimsical little pillowcases that your children had, grandchildren. So I laundered these and started making my napkins out of these pillowcases. And with the scrap where I cut the napkins out, I covered one of the Dollar Tree napkin rings and made matching napkin rings. And see, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Now, these napkins and napkin rings were free. You know, if you already had this stuff, it was free. And just look at how pretty that is for Easter. Look at that. I found these in my stash. And just look. You can go to Hobby Lobby and get some material if you want to go. I think Hobby Lobby had it on sale. But look at what I got. And I made 1, 2, and 3 right here. I made 3 of them. And I'm going to show you how I did it with the glue gun. Okay? So I'm going to put these aside right here. And I'm going to show you how I did this with the glue gun. Okay? Now, here's my material right here. I cut up those pillowcases because, you know, I had a lot of children and grandchildren. I had made a lot of stuff. So I cut those pillowcases up. This is one side of the pillowcase. You know, when you have the big pillows in the bed to put behind the baby. But now babies can't sleep on their back. They want you to put them on their stomach. So I had big, long pillows with the cases on them. So I got cut it off, trimmed it down, and made 4 napkins out of them. Had it with the scraps. I made the napkin holders. Okay, so let me go ahead. And what I'm doing is I'm using a hot glue gun. Back then I had to sew everything, but times have changed and we use hot glue gun, and we can also use some of this Quick Hold by E6000. You can use that too. But I didn't like the smell on it, and we're going to be using it on the table, so I didn't want any kind of chemicals on it because we're using it on the table and people will be watching their mouth. And I also found out that when you use hot glue on these things, you can wash these in cold water and take a lukewarm iron and go over the seam, and it will seal right back up. I tried this, I've used this, and so I know it is true. Okay, so let me show you how I did this. I just take my hot glue gun and I just go right down here. You know how you go down a seam? Well, in case you don't know how you go down a seam, I'm showing you how you go down the seam. Make sure you put a thin strip of glue on it, okay? And go straight on down this seam. Straight on down. And when you get all the way down the seam, make sure you put those little finger things on that you can get from Dollar Tree. Or if you don't have those, get a popsicle stick or something. And when you fold it over, you do this. You take the stick or your little finger guides, but I'm using this little popsicle stick, and that's what I'm doing. folding it over and mashing it down so I won't burn myself. Okay? There you go. That's all you have to do. Right there. I'm going to do one more side. Then I'm going to go away and come back and let you see the finished product. And I have some more things I want to show you that I did with that pillowcase. You know, I had about 5 or 6 of these pillowcases. So, you know, I had crib sheets. I made crib sheets, pillowcases, stuffed pillows, and everything for my little grands. So, I had a lot of this left over. So, I'm making all my tableware with this, and it's going to be so pretty because it look more like Easter stuff or spring stuff. So that's what I like about it, because it looks like Easter or spring. Okay, I got this down. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that all done for you. I got the edges all done up, and we made a napkin. Now, I want to show you something. When you get to the edge, see right here, when you get to the edge, you might want to turn it over a little bit like that if you're going to have problems with fraying. But this is not fraying, so I didn't have to turn that edge over. I was trying to see, did I have one that I had to turn over? No, I didn't have to turn any of them over because they're not fraying. So this is what that looks like. Now with this, I just took a little piece of the material. Let me see if I got a little. Yeah, I got a little piece of the material, and I put hot glue right here all the way down. And I just took the Dollar Tree napkin holder and just rolled it on there like this. Rolled it. Then I took and put some glue in there, and this is where you're going to use your popsicle stick or your little fingers guards, and you just push it in into that glue. Okay, and then you have a covered napkin ring. Look at that. The napkin ring's going to match the napkin. And I'm going to put this in. You know how to fold your napkin and put it in. You can fold it any way you want to. You can make the fan. You know, some people now are starting to use this. Folding it this way. They're folding it this way now. And, you know, like a fan. You remember years ago you used to make the little fans at school out of paper and stuff. But you know, things we did in school, children don't do it anymore. And then you take your napkin ring and you put it here through this way. Put it in through this way and pull it all the way through. And there you go. You got your little napkin there. See? You can pull it that way. And there you go. You got a beautiful, beautiful napkin. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's big. Look at that. It got the little creases in it, and you can do it that way as well. Look like a little cute bow, and there's the right there. Well, actually, you could really use it for a bow on a wreath. Oh, I might have to come back and do that too. So, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to open it back up, grab it in the middle, shake it out, put it down that way, and put the napkin ring on it. And there you go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful for the spring and Easter. Look at the little bunnies in there. Isn't that cute? So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4 napkins. And you can make as many as you want napkins. And now I want to show you my special thing that I made as well. I took this little glass cup right here and put the same material on it as my napkin. See? There you go. So this is my flower vase, and I covered it with the same material as my napkins. Can't you just see that on a table decorated for Easter or the spring? One more thing I got to show you to finish off my whole set. And let me see. And I decoupaged my plate with this. Isn't that just gorgeous? Can you see your tablescape all made up with this, and you put your little plate there on the top. You put your little salad plate on the top of your rest of your little dishes, and you know you can use red dishes, green dishes, pink, yellow dishes. Oh my goodness, something just popped in my head about what I can use with this and with this. Okay, this is Mabel's Table saying thank you so very much for looking at my DIY for the summer or Easter or spring. However you want to use these, they will be so lovely on your table. My napkins, my little salad or bread plates, and my flower holder. Isn't that just gorgeous? Mabel's Table saying don't forget to pray for someone else besides yourself, and always know that God is in large and in charge, and that this is his world and ain't nothing you can do about it. So don't throw away those pillowcases. There's some great uses for those pillowcases. Mabel's Table saying, adieu.